My name is Garrett, and I study music production at the Academy of Contemporary Music. Today I would like to discuss just what it is to have a career as an audio engineer, aka a music producer. So, what does a music producer do? Well, there are many duties associated with the job, and each one requires certain knowledge and technical skills in order to complete. The first thing music producers have to do is set up studio sessions for recording. Knowing the proper type of microphone for an instrument as well as the proper placement is crucial in capturing the right sound. The second thing music producers do, and are more rightfully known for, is sitting behind the console. This part of the job is more complicated than it looks. First, the song has to be stored on some medium. In the past, this was tape, but in today's time, the choice is usually on a hard drive in a digital format. The process of storing the song digitally is done through software applications known as digital audio workstations, or rather, DAWs. Audio engineers must know the ins and outs of many different DAWs because the in-depth function, processing, and routing of these applications is what allows them to record and later mix the songs they are working on. Once the individual tracks of a song are recorded, it is up to the music producer to put the song together. Knowing the possible electric circuits behind the console's panel is what allows a music producer to route the electrical current and audio signal in a manner they like. This also applies to the outboard hardware that is used to process and mix the audio. This hardware used will need maintenance and repair over time, and without the knowledge of its inner workings, the future mixing of songs will become impossible. Having the know-how and ability to operate this hardware is needed in order to process and manipulate the audio of songs without causing degradation to the signal. One other final thing music producers are required to do is store and database the artists and bands' projects they have worked on. It is important for an engineer to be able to recall an old project, that is, if a client wants to have a track edited or remixed. Doing so is just another one of the main aspects of the job. Besides the main duties, there are always small, unspoken standards and practices in the music industry that music producers are expected to follow. One of these many pet peeves is wrapping a cable with the proper over-under method. This one small thing can make or break aspiring producers, allowing them to get a job, keep their job, or worse, get them fired. With that dangerous F word being thrown around, it seems as though being a music producer could be financially risky. In a way, it possibly can be. With that possibility, each audio engineer in the industry will be receiving a different amount of pay. This amount of pay boils down to whether they are working independently or in a studio, how their mixes sound and are received by others, as well as the agreements in their service contracts. Browsing around the internet, you can find that the 2016 median pay of an audio engineer was at $42,550. Searching deeper, different sources will put the median annual wage from the same year at $53,680. These inconsistent numbers go on to show that a career as a music producer is unpredictable, and that the elusive information covering it can't paint an accurate picture of the volatile industry. If it's a little scary thinking about the unpredictability of being a music producer, there are a couple more facts to help broaden the understanding of an audio engineer's pay scale. First off, an audio engineer could possibly end up making anywhere between $24,440 and $121,630 a year. The lower numbers aren't as appealing, but there is better news yet. The mean annual wage is at $65,240. This average wage of all the industry's music producers can help ease your fear of the unknown, as it verifies and narrows the generalized pay scale to exist around $42,550 to $65,680. These numbers can also change depending on how a music producer is employed. The independent engineers will be able to set their own rate through contracts, adjusting their pay to artist needs, wants, edit reviews, and time constraints. On the other hand, the audio engineers working at a studio could have less to no flexibility in determining what they are paid. In the end, an audio engineer's pay is variable and becomes dependent on the many factors at play in context to the individual engineer's situation. This has been true since the job of an audio engineer came into existence. Along the course of history in the music industry, new technologies to record audio have constantly been invented and evolved. In current times, with the majority of people having access to or owning a computer, this technology has allowed musicians to record and mix their own songs. This emergence of home studios has brought up conversations as to if engineers will have a future in the music industry. Music producers are aware of this change in the industry, but in the end are not worried about it. This relief is due to the quality of commercialized consumer-grade audio products. The easily accessed gear that home studios have is not as technologically sophisticated as the gear used in professional recording studios. For example, one average home-grade audio interface could cost a musician $99, while a professional studio-owned interface can cost anywhere from $6,000 to $11,000 and possibly even more than that. The more expensive gear that the professional audio engineers and studios own can capture and process audio in a much more high-fidelity way without degrading the audio signal. This professional gear, along with the professional producer's experience and technical skills, are what ensure that there will be a future for audio engineers in the music industry. Now, this is just a portion of all the information that surrounds having a career as a music producer. Either way, I hope it has helped give you a better perspective on what it is to be an audio engineer.